NOLA here in Orange Beach, Alabama at the Flying Harpoon 2. Let's go check it out.
Welcome to NOLA. Let the good times roll. In this episode of our beach travel guide, we do a restaurant review to eat with me as I enjoy great New Orleans-style seafood with shrimp, oysters, poboys, a Thanksgiving feast, and live music at Flying Harpoon 2 for a New Orleans food restaurant review video. The Flying Harpoon 2 was located in Orange Beach, Alabama at 23479 Perdido Beach Boulevard, which is about 3 hours and 198 miles away from the New Orleans French Quarter. The Flying Harpoon originally opened in Gulf Shores, then moved to their Orange Beach location as the Flying Harpoon 2, which sadly just closed on October 12th, 2025. So here's the only time I got to go downstairs and check it out, which looks like a pretty nice space here, but most of the time the downstairs was closed and only the upstairs bar was open. I'm sad I never got to eat in the downstairs area as it looks pretty nice. The Flying Harpoon 2 owner is planning on moving to Port St. Joe, Florida, which is about 25 miles west of Apalachicola, to open a new restaurant, so that is some good news. The Flying Harpoon 2 in Orange Beach was one of the best later night restaurant options in the area, as tourists and many locals love the New Orleans style food in large portions. The Flying Harpoon 2 was really popular for their huge fried seafood platters, and this was a fun location which will be missed, along with their live music that was always a good time. Now the second floor balcony here does have quite a nice view. You can eat outside here. Most of the time, if there's space though, people are going to be inside in the upstairs bar right here. And it is a overall pleasant space, but hey, if it's daytime, you might want to enjoy a little patio time in the past when it was open. The Live Bait / Sharky's restaurant also is nearby here, which closed as well, so it's not good to see so many places closing. But let's go ahead and head on inside here and check this place out. So you can see it's not the largest space, but it is a pretty cozy space with a lot of tables and chairs and plenty of bar seating. So anytime in the normal times during the daytime or at night, I never had a problem grabbing a seat here. And they have live local music. So let's go ahead and check out this menu now. So we have libations with Rougarou, Bayou Bloody Mary, the Poontang, Sky Pilot, Snake in the Grass, Rum Runner, New Orleans Original Hurricane, Zombie, and Bushwhacker. Then we have a selection of beer with domestics, specialty, imports, and local, with draft beer available upstairs. Then we have soft drinks, Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, Fanta Orange, Pink Lemonade, Abita Root Beer, Virgin Daiquiris, and tea. Then the kids menu is cheese toast, Poon pizza, and you can add sausage, baskets, choice of corn, cobbett, hand-cut chips or steamed taters, choice of ranch, honey mustard, tartar, cocktail, or ketchup, fried shrimp, flounder fingers, and chicken fingers. Then they also have a fresh oyster bar. On the other side of the menu, we have sundries from our kitchen, crab and crawfish cakes, oyster fritters, Creole seafood stuffed tater, buffalo shrimp, poon sliders, hot wings, Hayden's poon pizza, sriracha tuna dip, hand-battered fried okra. Then we have all alone with fresh shucked extra select oysters, fried or spicy steamed Gulf shrimp, flounder fingers, chicken tenders. Then we have pot au day, all made with Konica sausage, gumbo, jambalaya, swampalaya, sides or hand-cut potato chips. And then we have homemade collard greens cooked in bacon, steamed Yukon taters, swamp sauce, 2 corn cobbets, house salad, Yukon taters and corn, and Caesar salad or coleslaw. next we have Poboys. All Poboys served on New Orleans Liedenheimer French bread, most dressed with lettuce, tomato, and homemade sauce on the side. Roast beef debris po' boy with the options of a 6-inch, 9-inch, or 15-inch king. You can add provolone cheese, smoked sausage, oyster, extra select large oysters fresh shucked from Bon Secours with our special blend of Creole seasonings, shrimp, large local Gulf shrimp, flounder, half and half shrimp and oyster combo, crab and crawfish cake, chicken parmesan, buffalo chicken, tender soaked in buttermilk. You can add provolone cheese, entree salads, lemon garlic shrimp Caesar, chicken Caesar, fried or blackened, emperor oyster Caesar, house salad with shrimp, fried or blackened, house salad with chicken, fried or blackened. Next we have oyster bar, market price, raw, half dozen or dozen, baked, redneck Rockefeller, garlic butter, Boudreaux's baked, steamed seafood, comes with corn and Yukon Gold taters, snow crab, a half pound, 1 pound, or 1.5 pound, spicy Gulf shrimp, a half pound or 1 pound, fried Bayou baskets, custom blended spices from NOLA, all baskets piled high with homemade chips and coleslaw, and you can substitute a salad for $2, shrimp basket, you can make it buffalo, oyster basket, large extra select oysters fresh from Bon Secours and fried to perfection, crab and crawfish cake basket, flounder basket, chicken tender basket, tender soaked in buttermilk and fried to perfection, and you can make it buffalo or barbecue, half and half basket, combo of any two, and you can make it buffalo or barbecue. So I started out with the shrimp basket, and there are a lot of shrimp in there, and they are very nice sized. It has been a very long time since I've had this much shrimp on any seafood platter, so the taste is also important, and it is fried to perfection. These are very nicely fried shrimp here. Ooh, yes, they even have a nice little remoulade sauce to go with it. So everything in the seafood department is very good here. And they were out of all the sides except chips, so I would probably have preferred some of the other options for the sides, but the chips are okay. So here we go with the coleslaw. It looks like it's a very creamy one. I prefer the vinegary ones, but let's see. This looks like a pretty freshly made coleslaw. It is absolutely full of mayonnaise, it looks like, but here we go with the first taste, and it actually tastes pretty good overall, especially for a mayo-style coleslaw. That is not my first choice, but overall it's a pretty refreshing thing and goes quite well with the shrimp. So this is a good combination of things so far, and I cannot argue with how nicely done the shrimp are. These shrimp are wonderfully fried, nice and crunchy, but not overcooked. The shrimp is not at all rubbery. Everything is very, very tasty and delicious. So we're going to make another little bite of this coleslaw to chase down the shrimp here. And so here we go with some more delicious shrimp. They really have overstuffed the shrimp basket. We do have these po' boys in New Orleans that are called overstuffed. It's been a long time since I've seen even an overstuffed po' boy with this much seafood. So they certainly are giving you some value for your money here. I am very pleased with everything that I've sampled thus far with each and every one of these shrimp. The star of the show is definitely these shrimp. So each and every bite is making me more and more happy, as so far it's been complete perfection. Every one of these shrimp has been perfectly cooked. Absolute wonderful crunchy crust with all the flavors you want on your fried seafood, or at least what I want on my fried seafood. I don't mind a little sauteed shrimp either. Sauteed shrimp can be quite nice as well, or you could throw these into a nice little shrimp etouffee even. Ooh, these are multi-talented shrimp. They would go very nicely with many, many things. Okay, let's see if I can do 3 at once. It's a new challenge here. Ooh. Oh my goodness, that was not easy. Ooh, there we go with 3 at once, and I don't think I'm going to try 4. These are on the medium scale of shrimp, but still very, very nice to eat them at this size fried. This is not the gigantic, huge size of a Pascal's Manelli barbecue shrimp, but that's okay. I don't know how well those would fry up. Those would probably do better cooked the way they're cooked, or maybe a little stir fry or another preparation. But for fried shrimp, this is probably getting in the larger size of what you want. Okay, plain Jane potato chip, you know, it's alright, it's okay. I really would have preferred some other side though. And here we go with a little more of the shrimp. So, I'm really happy that so far, still going very, very strong. Each and every one of these shrimp, I have no complaints about, and we are almost to the bottom of the big pile. So I'm not going to be hungry after this meal. I will be stuffed very full. There will be no room for dessert, as much of a huge portion size as I've received here today. And ooh, I'm getting a little sad. We're getting close to the bottom of the yumminess here. Ooh, so 2 shrimp at once. And so here we go with 1 more, and I'm gonna be sad because it looks like we've gotten to the end of the deliciousness with the shrimp, and this was quite an enjoyable shrimp experience. So, just like I've totally destroyed these fried shrimp, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about this fried shrimp platter. And while you're down there, make sure to check out the link to my Patreon account, as I do work for tips, and I appreciate any help with that. So the bill arrived, and the total before tip was $30.84. I was so impressed with the shrimp basket that I came back and got the oyster basket, which was equally impressive, or maybe even better, because oysters are so good. They also had their Thanksgiving menus out, as they were going to be open for Thanksgiving with live music and kitchen open late. The defrosters, their usual band, would start at 2 p.m. So the turkey plates would be Cajun injected turkey, gravy, apricot walnut dressing, candied sweet potatoes, and cranberry relish. Whoa. Then they also had a Thanksgiving and a po' boy, cooey, Cajun infused turkey gravy debris, our famous apricot walnut dressing, smattered with homemade spicy cranberries, a 6-inch, 9-inch, or 15-inch. I've only seen the Thanksgiving po' boy at Parkway Bakery in New Orleans and Sammy's Food Service Deli in New Orleans, so this is only the 3rd I've ever seen. So I showed up for the Thanksgiving feast, and some folks shared some of their raw oysters with me, which were fantastic. And here it is, the turkey plate with Cajun injected turkey, gravy, apricot walnut dressing, candied sweet potatoes, and cranberry relish, and it was very delicious. So the bill arrived for the Thanksgiving turkey plate, and it was only $21.70 before tip. Well, thanks so much to everybody at Flying Harpoon 2. I'm sad to see you go, and I hope you do well in your new location in Port St. Joe, which I hope to get there at some point to check out your new place, and I hope it's going to be even bigger and better and more fantastic than what you had around Orange Beach and Gulf Shores. And thanks so much to all of you out there for tuning into the NOLA channel, especially to my Patreons. Now, if you would so kindly go ahead and share this video with any of your friends or contacts that would enjoy it, as it really would help me with that YouTube algorithm. Then just take a moment to look in the little description box underneath this video, where you will see links to various cookbooks. If you click on one of those links, it takes you to Amazon. Even if you don't need a cookbook, but you go ahead and buy something else you're going to buy anyway, for many of those products I still get a little tiny commission, and that really does help this channel. And then tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people. NOLA here, and thanks so much for watching, and just go ahead and destroy this video right here to keep up with the fun.